know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Well, I think there is going to be snow, and here's what I am thinking about the next week or two. Mainly this weekend, which will be December the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Um, right now, what we're looking at is the current snow cover for the United States and southern part of Canada. As you can see, we have a lot of cold air locked in place because of the snow cover. When you have more snow cover in place in any area at any given time, you are going to have relatively colder air set in place, and you're going to have a colder um, streak of days. So I'm mainly looking between two weather models, the European and the GFS. These are the two main weather models that we look at to see and to judge on what's going to happen. I'm going to give you my best judgment and based on previous historic events of what happened, within our region. So let's get started. Here we are looking at the GFS. Yes, the GFS model. Now, the thing to look out is right now we're going to be starting off with warm air. It's still warm outside. It's probably like in mid 40s. To me, that's warm. Like anything that's warm, relatively warm, is 45 and above. Um, what we're looking at right now is the precipitation for Wednesday during the day, and as Wednesday progresses, preferably this looks like to be right now we're looking at is Wednesday evening. The GFS is showing a little bit of snow in our area. This is the mid-Atlantic area that we're showing right here. If you can follow my mouse arrow right here. Let me just lock that in like that. Okay, so you can see that there's a little bit of snow. Now, I think that if we see any snow, it's going to be parts of Philadelphia and eastern Pennsylvania, and I think we might see a couple flurries, and that's it. That will be a late Wednesday night into Thursday. All this blue that you see, this blue line right here, we're looking at the 540 medium here. This is the freezing line. So that's what I'm saying. It's really, it's really going to be an all rain event, but it's going to be cold rain. It's going to be winds from the northeast, just like coming in with the cold front. This is what you basically see. This is what a cold front looks like on certain weather maps. You see just this rain-snow boundary extending from way up in Maine to way to the Mid-Atlantic region. So this is what the European model is suggesting. Um, it's saying that the snow will actually be, we won't get any snow for the area. Um, this is Wednesday right here. It's all rain. The cold air is still locked up in the Midwest and parts of Pennsylvania, and not going to be scooting until I'd say Thursday, like early morning, 2 o'clock. This is all Thursday. Look at all this cold air. Regardless whether we see a few snowflakes or we see nothing but rain on Wednesday, we're going to see cold air just infiltrating this area. And the big whole story that we're going to be seeing is cold, cold, cold. That's going to be lasting for at least a week. Strong cold air. It's all so here we go. I'm going to show you a better image of the cold air so you can see it better. This is Wednesday. Still Wednesday. Still Wednesday. This is later in the day. And then boom, you see the cold air just all this time, because the story of Wednesday is because the reason why we're still seeing all this rain is you see all this warm air from the Gulf of Mexico still trying to scoot its way up the mid-Atlantic coast before the strong cold front comes. So when you have the collision of cold and warm, we all know what happens is, you have a cold glass sitting on the table, you have condensation. So this is basically the same principle, only on a much larger scale. Um, so then you have the cold air coming in Wednesday into Thursday. The European model is not really suggesting the true cold air coming until actually Saturday, which will be this weekend. This weekend right here. This Saturday, which will be the 10th. I'm sorry, the 9th. And it will be saying that we won't really have a true chance to see snow for the area of South Jersey, Delaware, parts of Maryland until Sunday. Sunday, we definitely do have a better chance for snow, and I think when we do have snow on Sunday, that's definitely a much better chance. Like I said, we're gonna have at least, I think we're gonna have a couple inches. Areas. This is a coastal storm as well, so the closer you are to the storm, and it always depends on how much cold air comes into play as well. I mean, if you don't have that cold air in place, then you're not going to get much snow, or if any. Um, it's got to be that cold. Usually, when a nor'easter comes up the coast, you have to have that cold air in place first for a little bit, for at least a good 12 hours or so. Um, Sometimes that's always not the case. You can have a lot of snow and you have cold air in place for like an hour, and it'll be just like, it always depends on how the front moves and where it stays. But the main the main thing I'm trying to get to you guys is that the cold air is here to stay, no matter how much snow we're getting. Um, the factor that I'm looking at right now is the snow for Sunday. Like I said, will be the best chance, and then next Wednesday, which is the 13th, I believe. Let's see, yeah, Wednesday. You see that we have the cold air in place. We have a lot of cold air in place. In fact, we've had cold air. We've had all these nights already of cold air, just below freezing every night, which is helping us to lock in that cold air and have a little bit more support for snow. Um, will it be a significant storm? I don't think so. Um, let's look at the GFS here. It's this is let's see, this is Friday. Right here, it's actually just scooting right by the shore here. I mean, a couple inches at best, maybe 3 or 4 inches in localized areas. Closer to the shore. This is Saturday. This is a cold air in place. Look at all this cold air in place, though. This is a definite support for snow. This is actually European model. Um, I'm sorry, GFS. Keep on getting myself confused. But yeah, this is the GFS model showing that there, each model, no matter which way you look at it, there's still a lot of cold air in place. So there definitely is a good support for snow in the next coming days. Um, this is Wednesday. It's a clipper moving through it. It's not going to be anything crazy. I'm thinking 2 inches, 3 inches at best, but you never know. My main focus is, like I said, this weekend. How much snow are we getting? Well, between the models I've been looking at and all these other types of weather maps that I'm not even showing you, and this is showing you, this is Sunday. Sunday to me looks like the best. This right here is the, you know, water, the freezing line here, and it's showing you that all this precipitation still off the coast. The low pressure system is not that strong, but at the same time, the pressure is still falling as it scoots off the coast. It's not a true nor'easter. It's not going to be. Like I said, 3 inches, 4 inches at best. Will some areas get a half a foot? It's hard to tell. It really is. I think if you're looking into Long Island and parts of Massachusetts and Connecticut and a little bit of Rhode Island and a little bit of Maine, I think you're gonna get a little bit of half a foot, possibly localized more. Um, some of you guys are probably thinking, well, it's been warm. There's not been much snow at all, but this is some cold air, guys, and I'm really thinking that we're gonna have at least a few inches of snow this weekend. Um, Wednesday is the last warm day. It's gonna be in some areas. It's gonna climb up to lower 60s before boom that cold front really hits us. And once that cold front hits us, that's it, man. That's it. And you could just see as the timeline moves on, you could just see that cold air locked in, just like it's not moving anywhere. It is not. So Thursday, early Thursday morning, South Jersey, maybe a little bit of flakes, but nothing significant. It's gonna be a pain in the butt because there's gonna be black ice. It's gonna be crazy because all that rain, all that heavy rain that fell ahead of the cold front, yeah, that's gonna freeze. That's the main concern, especially in the Mid Atlantic region, New York, Philly, Washington D.C. Washington D.C. might see a little bit back edge of the storm, might turn into some snow, and some areas in Philly. It depends. It really depends on how fast the cold air comes in. That cold air is coming in quick though, so I wouldn't be surprised if some areas get up to coating to an inch. That's Thursday. Friday, Saturday, we're looking at right now. It's really Friday. Friday is not really the best chance for snow either. It's going to start out as rain. I think there's going to be a little bit of warmer air, just a little bit, but it's going to start out as rain in South Jersey and Philly and parts of Delaware, and it's going to change all to snow. Probably it's going to change to snow from late Friday night to Saturday from northeast to south, northwest to southeast. And that's going to be in the timing around 5 hours from probably like 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that. Um, it's a quick mover off the shore, like we see again. It's not going to be anything crazy. And there's another system that's coming right behind it to back it up where I think is going to give us a little bit more snow on Sunday. And it's going to give us at least a couple inches, 3 inches, 4 inches in some areas, probably up to half a foot or so in localized areas. So, and it all depends on if we get an inch or 2 inches. It all depends on how fast the cold air wants to push out the low pressure or not. So, Wednesday, rain into snow early Thursday morning in northwestern parts. Friday, Saturday, rain to snow. More snow north and west of the area. And since it's more of a coastal storm, it possibly could change. We could have a little bit of snow in the South Jersey and New York, Long Island area, and parts of Delaware. It's really the models are really showing that there's a heavier amount of precipitation the closer you get to the shore. So, like I said, the amounts they're definitely uncertain, but we're definitely seeing a more promising indication that there's going to be a little bit of significant snow, kind of along the Jersey Shore and Long Island and Massachusetts. So look out, guys! Here comes the cold. Here comes the snow. Merry Christmas.